something we all need to survive. No matter what you like to eat, you need food to survive. Many people like to eat many different types of food. Some people like to eat fish. Now, if you can go out and buy your own fish, go right ahead. But, you know, what if you're in a situation where you can't buy anything from the store? How many of us would know how to catch fish? Okay, so,
Nope.
I've been fishing all my life, from lakes to rivers to streams and everything in between. Ice fishing is a sport where you catch fish through the ice, and I want to be telling you a little bit about it today. Who knows, maybe after class, you guys can go out and catch your next meal. So, let's get started. All right.
Flick it like a bit.
Down.
It's not right down.
There's a little.
Yeah, the wheel on the side?
Yeah.
No.
No, you gotta scroll down.
Okay.
You can hit the enter button on the mouse.
Yeah, let's use the computer. Okay, let's learn a little bit about ice fishing. Ice, we all know it's frozen water. If you look outside in the lakes and ponds, you're going to see ice. Fishing, by definition, is a sport or business of catching fish. We put those two together, we have ice fishing. And that's basically you're sitting on the ice and you're going to catch fish. An ice fisherman will drill a hole through the ice with something called an ice auger, and they'll fish through that hole. Now, what is the purpose of ice fishing? Well, there are many different purposes for it. Some people like to go out just to catch fish because they enjoy it. Some people like to get away and just relax. If they catch fish, that's a bonus for them. It's a great hobby by many people. And a lot of people like to ice fish tournaments, both nationally and locally. There's a lot of money to be made within ice fishing tournaments. So now that we know what ice fishing is, let's learn what we need to ice fish. Okay, on the top left here, main thing, obviously we want ice. Now you can't just go out and walk on any amount of ice. Okay, you're going to want to have at least 4 inches of ice underneath you. You can get away with 3 if you wanted, but anything less, it's very risky. And I don't think anybody wants to be swimming in January. So make sure you have 4 inches of ice. As the ice gets thicker, more weight can be on it, and you can start bringing your ATVs out, your snowmobiles, and as it gets thicker, you bring cars and even trucks on the ice. The ice is very strong, holds a lot of weight. You're also going to want warm weather gear. If there's ice on the water, probably means we're in winter. So you want to have nice warm clothes. That way you can stay out on the ice and catch a lot of fish. And ice augers. The auger on the left is a gas-powered auger, and that will do all the work for you. There's a motor on top. The one on the right is a hand-powered one. And how you do that is you put your hand on top of the auger and your other hand on the handle. And all you do is go in a clockwise motion, and that will drill a hole through the ice. That's what you're going to need. And your ice fishing rod and reel. I brought one of mine today. And when you think about like a fishing rod and reel, it's like usually 6 or 7 feet long. You don't want that for ice fishing because you want to sit right above the hole you just drilled. So you want to make sure you have an ice fishing rod and your bait. Now you can use many different things. A very popular bait are jigs. Now jigs are basically a weight with a hook on the end of it, and they're different colors and different designs. It's all used to attract the fish because it looks like a bait. You can put many different things on the hook, a minnow, plastic baits, whatever you want. You want a fishing license as well, because you can't just go out and fish anywhere. You need a fishing license, because if you do that, you're gonna get a ticket. A lot of people don't know that, but you need a license to fish. Yeah. So as well, you're gonna want something to sit on. Now, a very popular thing is just like a 5-gallon bucket made specifically for ice fishing. That can hold many different types of baits, your rod and reel, your clothes, and it's got a nice cushion on top. So that's something I want to have as well. Now that we know what we need to ice fish, let's put it all together and get ready to go ice fishing. Now we need to prepare. First, you want to go to your favorite body of water, lake, pond, whatever you choose. Bring all the equipment that we talked about and find a nice spot on the water that you think will hold fish. You're not going to know right away where the fish are going to be. That's going to come with practice, and you can research online as well where fish will be held. You want to grab your ice auger and drill a hole into the ice just like I showed you. And now we're ready to catch some fish. So what you're going to want to do, you want to sit on your bucket, you want to grab your rod and reel, and I get untangled here. Okay, you want to grab your rod and reel and you want to open up this thing right here. It's called the bail. And once you open that up, it's going to lower your jig into the water. And once you do that, you close your bail up again. And now in order to attract the fish, you want to just move your rod tip up and down. That's going to give the fish thinking your bait is actually alive and moving in the water. So once that fish comes, it takes your bait, your rod tip is going to bend down. You're going to want to pull back your rod tip. That's going to set your hook. And then you're going to be able to have the hook in the fish's mouth. And yeah, it doesn't hurt them though. So then you want to reel in the fish. Now you don't want to just reel in and just go crazy, because as you can see, this fish right here, this is a northern pike. They're very powerful fish, and if you just start reeling in, your line's going to break right away. So you're going to want to play the fish, it's called. So when you feel the fish pulling your line like crazy, you want to like let off and let the fish pull your bait so it can tire itself down. And then once you feel a little bit of slack line, you want to start reeling in. Okay. And once you get your fish through the hole, you want to take off the hook, and now you have a decision to make. You can either A, keep the fish, or B, release it, and that's the sport. I like to fish for sport. I don't keep my fish. I just fish for sport. I release all my fish. So you can either, bring it in, cook it, put it on your wall. A lot of people like to mount their fish. It's a big fish. Or you can toss it back in. Now we know everything we need to know about ice fishing. From what we need, our gear, to how we put it all together. So besides that, you want to have all your gear ready, go on the lake, and just have fun. In conclusion, fishing is not only a sport, but a way to live. Whether it's fishing in a boat, land, or on ice, fishing is a great skill to have. When you're catching for sport or survival, it's up to you what you want to do, and you might be able to catch your next meal. So remember to always be safe and have fun on the ice. Thank you.